Hello everyone, it's CIC, and today in this video I am going to discuss how I became a cuber. It all started on November of 2014, when I was a non-cuber, and Red KB, probably the most popular English-speaking YouTuber, uploaded his 17 by 17 time-lapse solve. Now if you were cubing at the time, many of you guys know that this went all over the internet, so it probably came to me too. Just to let you know, I was a non-cuber. That day I realized there was a lot more than a Rubik's Cube, like a 2x2, 4x4, Mega Minx, Premier Minx, etc. I wanted to start with the 2x2, but I got a 3x3 cube as a gift that was like $2 instead. As many of you guys know, dollar store cubes are not the best way to go, even when starting. But I went with it. I wanted to do the first turns, but it was very, very, very stiff. But after 4 moves, I couldn't put it back to its soft state, and it was pretty horrible. The next day, I started to learn from a tutorial, and I noticed something was wrong, and I thought it would have affected me a lot. The color scheme wasn't accurate. Yellow was opposite of green, and blue was opposite of white. I didn't really care about this after a few days, but it took me 3 months to finish the cube, and then scrambled it again, and I solved it after 30 minutes. Though time passed and the cube broke, and I did not solve another cube for a couple of months, until I got another cheap dollar store cube that was like 30 millimeters, and this cube was, I guess, mainly for girls because there was pink and purple, so the color scheme got messed up again. But I forgot how to solve the last layer, so I went on the same tutorial and wrote the algorithm on a piece of paper. But I always mess up on the last step, R prime, D prime, R, D. If I wouldn't have made that stupid mistake, it would have only taken me a few days to get the cube to solve. Once I finished, I think I was ready to start timing my solves. My first solve was about 4 minutes and 59 seconds. I was pretty happy. I then brought the cube to school the next day, and I did a couple of solves, and I got a 5-minute solve, and then a 3-minute solve, which was quite impressive. But then again, that cube decided to quit on me, and I couldn't solve the cube after that. I think my PB was 2 minutes and 45 seconds, or at least less than 3 minutes. A few days after, my parents bought me a Rubik's Grand Child. This was significantly better than my last 2 cubes. Now, at this time, the only speed cube I knew was the Zanchi, and it was probably the summer of 2015. So there were many cubes, like the Long, Way Long, that I didn't know. I kept the Rubik's Grand for a couple of months, and then on July 16th, 2015, yes, somehow I remember the date, I got the Zanchi. By this time, I think I knew many more speed cubes, but I thought the Zanchi was the best way to go. Before getting the Zanchi, my PB was 42 seconds, and I averaged 1 minute at the time. My times probably stayed the same, but I was still using the same exact method since I started. School then started, and it was my first day of middle school. Now I brought my Zanchi and showed it off to my friends. Most of them went to my previous school, and they were pretty impressed. 1 month later, a new friend had brought a Rubik's Cube and was playing with it during science class. I then saw him, and I said I can solve that. He didn't believe me, but he gave it to me anyway. I came back with it completely solved in 45 seconds. I think this moment made the whole school get into cubing. Obviously, others already knew how to cube, but there were like 1,000 kids in my school. Anyway, most of my friends started cubing and collecting other puzzles as well. But this may have been one of the most best things I ever accomplished in my cubing lifetime, except for getting the cube to solve. Just solving a cube in front of one friend may have just created a chain reaction. Anyway, enough of that. I started my YouTube channel uploading basic videos and unboxing cubes. This is when I decided to learn a new method. I mainly focused on the last layer, not F2L. I managed to cut my times down by like 10 seconds, and then getting my personal best of 25 seconds, and averaging sub 40. But this was not enough, because, well, I was still using the Zanchi. I then got a Guanlong, which was only slightly better. I then went to my first competition, getting another PB of 19 seconds by a new cube I got with the Yushin Fire. By this time, I knew a lot about cubing, like the cubing community and newer puzzles. I got newer puzzles more often instead of older puzzles. This all happened on the summer of 2016. School started again, and the amount of homework I got was so much, I didn't have time to cube. After one cube, I completely forgot about my cubes, and I didn't even do 20 solves for a 6-month period. I then went back to cubing. However, my times were like 5 to 6 seconds below of what I usually average at that time. I felt like giving up, but I still watched cubing videos, which made me get back into cubing. Now I am back into cubing with an average of almost sub 25, and I don't think I'll ever step away from it again. Bye!